Hello guys and girls, welcome back to Car Obsession and Happy New Year!
For all I'm signed.
Well, this video is actually being shot on the 30th of December, but never mind. By the time you watch this, it will be 2019. Exciting times.
For all I'm signed.
Welcome to episode 12 of Living with a Mazda MX-5. I had to think about that one then. I always forget which number I'm on. Yes, and in today's episode, I want to talk about hardtops and whether it's worth having one. So let's kick things off and talk to you about my hardtop. That sounds kind of dirty, doesn't it? I want to talk to you about my hardtop.
Giggity giggity, giggity goo. Stick around.
So let me climb out of the car. You'll need to bear with me because I've got my phone here. I need to pop it in my pocket. So yes, when I bought my MX-5, it came with a hardtop, although it's not originally from this model. This hardtop is from a Glen Eagles, which was a limited edition. It is finished in Montego blue, but you might be able to see the actual shades are different, which is weird because they are meant to be the same colour. Now, the hardtop is in relatively decent condition. It has got a few blemishes here and it has got a few scuffs here. There we are, it's got lots of scuffs there, which I will explain why in a few moments. Let me get back inside because it is a bit cold and miserable in the UK, but it is December, so I suppose that should come as no surprise. So my previous MX-5 didn't have a hardtop, although when it came from factory it would have had a hardtop, and I kind of missed it even though I never had a hardtop. Now that I've got an MX-5 with a hardtop, I'm not so sure it's a great thing to have, and that's why I wanted to report in this video. Because if you are looking at a hardtop, I want to give you my first-hand experience of what it is like. Now, for starters, it does make the car look really cool. I think it looks fantastic, but there is a problem for me, and that's I like to have the roof down pretty much every opportunity I can, even when it's like 2 degrees Celsius, just in case you're watching in America and you think I'm talking about Fahrenheit. So, you know, there have been times where I have the roof down in winter. Yes, I am that guy that will pretty much drive roof down whatever. I've got a rule: if it's below 0 degrees and it's dry, roof down. So obviously now the hardtop is on, I'm kind of committed. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, well, Aaron, you can simply take the hardtop off. Well, that's where the problem lies, because you can take the hardtop off by yourself. It is a skill, but it is doable. The hardtop itself weighs about 20 kilograms, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not overly heavy. However, because it's an awkward shape, it does mean it's awkward to carry, particularly by yourself. Now, with 2 people, it's fine. However, quite often I don't have anyone to help me. My wife isn't very well at the moment, and there are times where she hasn't got the strength to help me, or she might not even be around. She might be out the flat. So taking this off is a faff. Now, the other problem I have is I live in a flat, which means having to take this up quite a narrow staircase, which is far from practical, and that's why the front of the hardtop is scuffed, because Mrs. Elaine Wake, Patsy, she can be a little bit clumsy. So yes, the hardtop has become scuffed a few times when we've taken it down or up the stairs. The other problem I have is I haven't really got anywhere to store it. I live in a 1-bedroom flat. Therefore, places to store it are very limited. So there was a period where we stored it at the foot of our bed, which really wasn't ideal because it meant every time I wanted to get into bed after Patsy, I'd have to climb over her, and it also meant that the bottom of the duvet would rub against the hardtop, so it's probably caused a few small scratches. So hardtops are great. It means that they're better to drive in winter, and you get better soundproofing as well. But now I've got a hardtop, I think I could take or leave it. I know it sounds mad, although I've got no plans to sell it. And in case you are looking for a hardtop, I would say if you're looking for a decent one, it's around £500. You can get them for £300, but they may be a little bit beaten up, or they may need a respray. So yeah, hardtops aren't cheap, even though these cars are quite old. Just another thing. These hardtops will fit a Mark II and a Mark 2.5 as well. They are interchangeable and they are universal. Now, in regards to how they are actually kept on, you've got 6 clips. So you've got one here which is actually a bit loose, so that does need to be replaced. Apologies about the focus. There we go. So yes, it is a bit loose, so I have to kind of prop it up with the sun visor. These screws look to be mangled though, so yeah, that could be interesting when I go to replace this clip. Of course, you've got a clip on the other side as well, like so. A clip in the middle, and one on the other side, like so. And if I jump out, I can show you the 2 clips at the back. So when you put the hardtop on, you kind of put it on, slide it on, and it kind of locks into place. And of course, you've got one this side as well. And I must say the car does look pretty good with it. You can probably see I've got one of Exhausted's stickers on there. He put it on there as a joke, and I've left it on there because why not? Ugh. Right, let's go for a little bit of a drive, because I anticipate that this video is probably getting quite boring now. So I'm going to move things on a little bit, go for a bit of a drive, and talk more about my hardtop. That still sounds dirty.
Giggity, 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 goo.
Oh, MX-5 with hardtop on. Good man or woman. Now, I'm afraid I do have another problem, believe it or not, with my hardtop, and that is it rattles. Now, this road isn't causing too many issues, but remember that rattle I mentioned a few months ago, which I still haven't diagnosed, by the way. With the hardtop on, it seems to exacerbate that rattle and also add a few on as well. So, okay, I know this car is almost 21 years old, and it is bound to have a few rattles. However, yeah, it does make a bit of noise. Now, I imagine that a lot of you can't hear it on the audio, particularly on my clip-on microphone, but I can hear it, and that's enough. It is a bit annoying. Also, when it's wet, well, it is wet today, but not as wet as it has been. When it's wet, the hardtop does squeak as well. I've done a bit of research online, and that could be because it needs to be lubricated. My hardtop needs to be lubricated. If that doesn't sound dirty, then I don't know what does, frankly. Never mind. My filthy mind. So, would I recommend a hardtop? Well, I suppose it depends on your situation. For me, as someone who lives in a flat and isn't really in a position to remove it all the time or to store it, I think if I didn't have a hardtop, I probably wouldn't be too bothered. Although I say that, when I had my last MX-5, I missed having a hardtop, despite not having actually owned one. However, if I were to buy another MX-5, which I'm not, because I'm very happy with Monique, if I were to buy another MX-5 and it didn't come with a hardtop, would I be concerned, or would I miss it? Probably not, no. One good thing about a hardtop, if you are a Mark 1 owner, is that you get the heated rear window. Now, my Mark 1 has actually got the soft top from a Mark 2, therefore I've got the heated glass rear window. But if you go for a Mark 1, it would traditionally have the plastic rear window, which isn't heated. But if you go for a hardtop, then of course you get the heated rear window, which is pretty handy in winter. So granted, this wouldn't have been the most exciting video you would have watched on this channel. However, if you are an MX-5 owner looking to get a hardtop, I hope this video has been of some use to you. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, give it a massive thumbs up. If you are subscribed, don't forget to click that bell icon so you get notified every time I make a video. And if you aren't subscribed, guys, what are you waiting for? Be sure to subscribe for more car obsession.